It's morning time. I just woke up. Just finished putting my contacts on. Actually, today, woke up early. You can see it's still dark out. It's still dark out everywhere. Got my bag ready, packed a few things. I'm gonna ride the bike over to the beach and watch the sunrise.
Do you love sunrise? But I mean, like you didn't love it, like, have you ever felt that before?
I love that this bike is electric and I literally don't have to do any pedaling work here. All I do is twist on the handle and off we go.
You'll hear something like this, once in a while, yeah, once in a while you will go.
Sunrise came with a little surprise. Check it out, it's raining a bit. Look what we got. Beauty, eh? Everyone turned their backs on the sun. Thing is about fruit is I personally think that we are biologically, like by design, we're meant to eat fruit. There's no other animal that can hold fruit the way we do, the way we can. Like fruit, any fruit fits perfectly into our hand or our hands. You know, you look at an apple, fits perfectly, or a tangerine or a mandarin or a pear or Asian pear, fits perfectly in your hand. You can grapple it like any way, like almost as if your hand was made for the apple or the apple was made for your hand. Our hands are made for reaching, for climbing, for grabbing, for picking. Perfect. It's got 5 fingers and 4 fingers and a thumb, and we can hold fruit. We can hold fruit like no other animal can. I mean, dolphins, flippers, made for swimming. Lions, claws, made for hooking onto their prey. Us? Look, no claws. Freaking fingers that are sensitive, that are, you know, super, like, look how they move, you know, they're just designed for picking fruit. You know, yeah, like I said, we're not born with paws or claws or flippers or you know, beaks. You know, by design, we are attracted to fruit in its raw natural state. What other food can you say about, like, that we are attracted to in its raw natural state? Like potatoes, rice and beans and burgers. Potato, you cannot eat a potato in its raw state. Rice doesn't exist in raw, in nature. You know, and a burger, don't get me started with a burger. Like, burger is a cow. You do not look at a cow in its natural state, in its natural raw living state, and crave an animal. All those foods are like man-made besides fruit. This is not man-made, this is God-made. Just as you are a God-made creature, eat God-made foods. When you eat so much of it, you will feel high, like you will feel super healthy and energetic. And a lot of us think that, like, being healthy is this sort of above the bar level, when being healthy is just the standard for all humans. I think we're all naturally supposed to be living a healthy life. That's the standard. You think God were designed us to be sick and poor and just, you know, ultimately in sick health? I think that's our natural standard, is to be healthy as human beings. We should all be healthy. Like in society today, we think of being healthy as better than the rest. You know, we're better, I've improved because I am now healthy. But that's the bottom line. Healthy is the bottom line. Because we should all be eating fruits and vegetables and absorbing the sun and getting good air and being with good people and a good environment overall. Things that bring us happiness and joy. That's a true state for human beings, is to be healthy and happy and joyful and playful, right? But we don't live in a natural state. We don't live in a natural environment anymore. You know, we got society filled with people who are sick, who are taking medications, pharmaceuticals, who eats, like, you walk into these corner stores in like the hoods and all you see is packaged stuff, chips and sodas and Arizonas and water ice creams and, you know, delis, hams and burgers that are all filled with a bunch of crap. You wonder why the people there in the hood act the way they do. Is because what they fill themselves with is hate and fake foods. It's almost like as if they were a GMO rat and they're just putting all these chemical foods into them and they're like the test rats or something. But, you know, fruit, in my opinion, I want to say this. Eating fruit brought me closer to God more than any religion did, in my opinion, in my personal experience. And even it's through what I see through my eyes. The people who are just focused on religion and the people who are focused on fruit, you look at these people and the way they live, one group of people is closer to God. And it's funny how, like, the religious people, do not take this offense if you're religious. Just listen to me with an open mind, because you may find that a lot of what I say makes sense. And if it doesn't, then don't take offense to it. Just listen with an open mind. But I've been to camps, I've been to like Christian camps, and I've been to fruit camps. The people at the fruit camps who are not necessarily devoting their lives to God, or at least that they're not aware of that, they are more in tune with nature, more in tune with God. What is nature, right? What nature is the manifestation of God. Bananas, the leaf, the greenery behind me, the trees and the coconuts right above my head. You know, you think of the Garden of Eden, God's perfect world where he placed Adam and Eve was indeed a fruitarian place. Everything was raw, everything was ate in its raw natural state. And when you're eating foods, when you're connecting to yourself, to your true self by eating just raw fruits and vegetables, you find yourself more in tune with nature, because you're eating nature, you're consuming nature, you're consuming God-made foods just as you are God-made, and you become more in tune with nature. You're becoming more in tune and more aware and conscious of all the beauty that is nature around you. But if you're just focused on religion, you know, religion is a man-made thing. It's been written by man. The scriptures have been written by man, interpreted and portrayed by man. And there's certain people in the world who are in control right now, who got all the money and got all the power, and they don't want the best for you. That's why you have commercials of on TV of, you know, eating meats and eating processed foods and stuff. They don't want the best for you. They want you sick, controlled, and dumb. And if the truth was really out there and it was mainstream, I really doubt that. I really doubt that the truth to what God's message, truly God's message, I really doubt that truly God's message will ever be mainstream in the world run by sick people. So you look at some religious people and they're overweight and they see a bug on the ground during church and they step on it. They're wearing clothes that don't support fair trade, you know, that are bought from China, and it's just like, what, your actions are not aligning with your values. You preach of Jesus Christ, who is so loving and compassionate, yet there's nothing loving and compassionate about stepping on a bug because you just thought it annoyed you, did nothing to you, or eating meat. I mean, so many religious people are eating meat. It's crazy, because they preach and hope for and wish for and long for this afterlife, this paradise on earth, but it only exists in the afterlife. What does this paradise on earth look like to these Christians? Well, just like the Garden of Eden. Fruit trees. What was the Garden of Eden insisted of? It was consisting of fruit trees and nature. Animals coexisting with one another. Yet how can they coexist with one another when you're the one that's like paying people to kill them for you just to please their taste buds? There's just so many hypocritical people that are religious. And the worst thing is that they don't even know it. They just go around about their days thinking everything they do is right, and just ignorance is bliss, truly. But it wasn't until I started becoming vegan and started adopting like a fruit-based diet when you can see through all those lies. And I was raised as a Christian, and there was no connection with divinity there. Now that I eat fruit, I'm connected to nature so much more. I am connected to the sun. I feel this drawn towards the sun. I get excited when I see the sun peek through the clouds. I love the wind on my face. I love running. I love fruit. I love breathing. I am just so much more in tune with my body, with nature. I recognize the beauty of nature all around me. And I think by just doing so, you are connected more with God, because nature is the manifestation of God. Right? You look at this earth, what is the manifestation of God? It's not this bike. It's not the bike, it's not my clothes, it's not the book bag or the towel I'm sitting on. But it's the greenery around me. See, this stuff isn't man-made. Everything else around me here is man-made. But not the green, not the grass, not the trees, not the rainbow that you see right there. Maybe you could see it. I really hope you guys can. There you go. Ha. And that's the most beautiful things. The reason why I'm in Lanikai, this place is called Lanikai. The reason why Lanikai is so expensive is because we're right near the beach. Right near the beach that gives out that you could see the sunrise from. Because of all the beautiful coconut trees put in place and the mountains up ahead. It's nature that gives value to these man-made homes and neighborhoods, and really the only thing we're attracted to is nature. I mean, what's the best things what are some of the best experiences for you? What are some of the most beautiful things you could ever see? A sunrise, some rainbows, right? Going to the beach or going for a walk in the trails. Just gotta realize that earlier today, before the sunrise came up, everyone had their phones out. They were gonna film the sunrise. It was like maybe 50 people all at the same time, just facing the sun or facing where the sun's gonna rise, and just getting their phones out ready to record. It's just we are naturally attracted to nature. And not really sure where this video is going. I thought I was gonna go deeper with the whole why I feel more connected to God with fruit, but anyways, I felt like this video is long enough, and I'm just gonna drop it there. But if you get anything out of this, is be more open-minded, research the Fruitarian diet. It literally is the reason why I'm in Hawaii. It's crazy, right? Because we think of diet as like, yeah, it's simple, it's no biggie, but diet is huge. It's literally what you put in your body, inside your body, and it's what your cells replenish from. Food. My cells are made up from fruits. Anyways, that's it for now. I am gonna go off. It's a almost 15 minute video. Alright guys, see ya.